Hi there guys, Sam here. You join me once again in the Golf R for another video. Yeah, and just a little bit of I suppose a bit of a question to you guys, something that I've noticed. I noticed a little bit over the initial ownership, but I've sort of seen it a little bit more now. And it's just around sort of like the smoke that you kind of get from the engine, or steam, or whatever it is. And how much of a problem that is and how much you can kind of do about it. It's certainly not something I've noticed with this car. But yeah, I'll get straight into the video really. So the Golf R, yeah, it's still running well, really enjoying it. Sort of winter, sort of coming to the end, sort of mid-February now. So, you know, hopefully it starts warming up. You know, when the sun's out, it's a lot more enjoyable to get in the car and go for a drive really. Certainly keeps it clean and bits like that. But yeah, one thing I've noticed, and I used to see it a little bit when I sort of first owned the car, is that you get a little bit of like almost like steam or smoke from the engine, and I've noticed it a lot more in the last sort of month or two, and I don't know if it's because it's darker or because it's colder or whatever, or just like the reflection of the lights makes it come up. I certainly seem to notice it more on sort of like short journeys, but it's a bit strange. And it's quite interesting because out the back, the sort of four exhausts, you'd think four exhausts would smoke quite a lot, but it actually doesn't. Even on cold starts and cold days, it doesn't actually smoke that well, which I actually think is probably a good sign of a good engine. It sort of works quite well. And compare that to my Fiesta ST, we've got one in front of me as well. That smoked a lot out of the back, and on cold journeys, 5-10 minute drives, it was almost like the car was on fire. There's so much smoke behind it, and it was something to do with the 1.6 litre EcoBoost engines, I think, and that smoked a lot. And when you'd reverse, it'd just be like a cloud of smoke behind you, which is always a bit weird. And I noticed that actually on my dad's car, it's a 1.5 EcoBoost engine, so similar, well, it's the same engine, just slightly detuned. And that smokes a lot. Like I can remember like reversing that onto the drive, and I literally couldn't see. It smoked so much, which is a bit strange. I don't know how efficient or good for the environment stuff like that is, but the Golf has been really good, and that was one thing I was quite praising of it really, because that was quite annoying actually. Every single time, sometimes I'd have short journeys to work, or short journeys to wherever really, and the Golf R has been great. From the front, and I don't know if it's because it's more of a high performance car, it heats up quite a lot. EA AAA engine is great. It's got like a quick warm up time. It helps protect the engine. It's got loads of little gizmos and gadgets around that. And the EA AAA engine in this is great, but I don't know if it's sort of like a bad thing that I kind of see it. And I kind of I look back at my car after like either a short drive. It generally is on short drives, and just over the bonnet, I haven't got any footage of it, but it just kind of looks like it's smoking and steaming. Again, I don't know if it's sort of like the weather, because it's more in the cold weather. But it just doesn't look quite right to me. I don't know if anyone else kind of sees it, but I noticed it quite early on in the ownership of the car, and certainly in the last sort of month or two, I've noticed it a little bit more sort of looking back on it. Maybe it's my fault driving it quite hard potentially on short journeys. I generally, I warm up a car properly, I go through the proper things. It's my own car, I'm not going to completely hammer it on a cold engine. And then maybe a mixture of it just being quite a high performance engine is the reason why it does it. You get no warning lights, there's been no issues, the car has been absolutely perfect. But it's just something visually that I've noticed, and I'm interested to you guys, who own Golf Rs or potentially have that same engine, if it's the same in the GTI. What your kind of thoughts are on it, if you notice it at all. Basically all I'm talking about is like the front grille, and then you've got like the bonnet on top of that. It just seems to steam up a little bit. Not a major problem, but I'm interested to know your thoughts, being part of the Golf R community. If there's anything I should worry about, if there's anything else I could do to kind of prevent that, or is it just part and parcel of it? I know if you absolutely like hammer your brakes will sort of steam afterwards. Obviously I don't do that. But yeah, it's just an interesting thought, and if it's something like a common feature, it's common of the Golf R, I'm not too sure. But yeah, interested to know your thoughts in that really. And but other than that, there's been absolutely no problems with the car. It really has been rock solid for me over the miles I've driven it. The car's on, I'm going to be coming up to 17,000 miles in the car. The ownership has been great. There's been no rattles. It's absolutely perfect on that side. But being quite a car enthusiast and quite interested in, if there's any sort of little quirky things, I kind of did notice that. And it's just something, I'll keep an eye on and stuff like that. I'll try and get it on camera as well when I see it. But it's just something I'd like to mention, just to see your thoughts on it, and let me know in the comments and stuff like that what you think if you see it, and your thoughts around it. But that's it really, a quick short video. It's the car's been fantastic. I want to get out and drive it a lot more, particularly on the weekends, go for a nice blast. Weather's sort of perking up. Other news, it looks like a cat has walked over my car, which is absolutely brilliant. So just starting this video, I'll try and show it on camera. It looks like it's just walked from the corner all the way across, and then slid down the windscreen. So that looks great. Luckily, it doesn't look like it's dug its claws in or anything like that. But yeah, luckily I haven't washed the car in a couple of weeks, so I'll give it a good wash at some point. But the car's been brilliant. I've had more people in the car as well, actually. So it's kind of like, you get a feel of how the car performs when it's a little bit heavier. It's been brilliant. It's still just as fun as anything. And that first gear launch, I just love it. It's so quick, and such an engaging car. And certainly, I've got plenty more videos to kind of show you with the ownership. I want to keep this car for as long as possible. I want to kind of keep the car forever because it's just such a great car. But you never know what kind of happens in life, really. But that's it really. Let me know. The main part of the video is obviously just about a little bit of smoke you kind of see from the engine. A short sort of like 5-10 minute blast, or not even a blast, just a drive. And then I look back at it and I kind of see it when I'm heading into work or something like that, and I'm like, oh, it's a little bit worrying. You're like leaving your car on fire. I know it's not that bad, but just interested to know your thoughts around that. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for the subscribers as well, and the comments. It really does mean a lot to me, and helps to build the community of the channel a lot more. Becoming very much a VW fan. I love generally most manufacturers, but it's great to own a VW, and it's great to own a Golf R really. And sort of sharing that with you guys, and you sharing that with other people as well, it's just, it's fantastic to see. So for that, please share the content if you enjoy. I've got so many videos in the back catalogue. I think I've probably done over 100 now, sort of on the Golf R. Even just short general updates, or some decent videos as well, which I hope you guys have enjoyed. But please share, please like and subscribe for more content on my Golf R. Other than that, have a fantastic week, rest of your evening, and I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.